Now today I'm going to tell you guys a few cold hard truths, and I'm going to give you guys just a few real life circumstances, and this one's very easy to explain. Also, I put together a little gift for you. It's down below. You should check it out. It's not going to last too much longer, but I really want you to see it. So after this video is over, be sure to check that out down below. But you need to just always expect her to have backup options. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. Always expect her to have backup options. Now, what this stems into is a few keys that you have to understand as a man. The very first is, in no way, shape, or form is it your job to try to build something or to try to build a relationship. Honestly, majority of the time, it's not even in your best interest to take any of these relationships or dating interactions with these women seriously. I would not take any of it seriously whatsoever. You have to know that no matter what, she's always going to have backup options and replacements or potential replacements on her cell phone due to the fact that women operate and optimize for survival. You know, I see a lot of other content creators and they'll constantly say things like women operate off of emotion or women operate off of how they feel. I would disagree, and I would even take it a step further. What I actually believe is I believe that women operate off of survival. So if we take a second and we say, well, how would they optimize for survival if all circumstances were perfect? Let's say in a perfect world where the only thing we had to do is think about how would that woman optimize for survival? What would she do? Well, let's break this down step by step. What you would do if you think this way is, or if you try to figure this out under perfect circumstances, is you would say, well, if I'm going to optimize for survival, I am probably going to secure safety, resources, financial protection, physical protection, any sort of safety from as many different people as I can to protect my future. Now, women oftentimes, something in them is even going to be thinking about their potential children or future children at all times. So what she's going to be doing is she's going to be securing resources. She's going to be securing any sort of future protection from a variety of different men due to the fact that this is how they would best optimize for survival. So you got to ask yourself, in a perfect world, if I'm optimizing for perfect circumstances, if you put yourself in their shoes, they would be securing those things from a variety of different men. So a few stories that I've just picked up on over the years, or that I'm going to tell you. After dating all these years, over the past 10 years, you see different things. You see how women will have, a Rolodex of different options on their social media accounts or on their social media messengers. Or what they're going to do is they're going to look at their past and they're going to say, okay, in the past, I dated this guy and I saw this guy for a couple months, and over here, me and this guy, we saw each other for a couple months, and her and this other guy might have slept together a few times, and now there's other backup options in the background that she constantly has subconsciously floating around, or that she's subconsciously thinking about. So as a man, what happens is you meet this woman and you think to yourself, okay, we're going to grow something pure. We're going to grow something with chemistry. We're going to grow something real. This woman might actually like me, or me and this woman might actually work out together and we might build something that's great. The fact is that just doesn't happen because they are not optimizing for love. They are not optimizing for chemistry. They are not optimizing for good compatibility. They are optimizing for survival. So when you take a step back and you put yourself in their shoes, how would they do this? They would be doing this by securing survival value from a variety of different men. And that's why some of the men are just her friends. Some of the men is going to be men that she slept with. Some of the men are going to be men from the past that she dated and still has on social media that she slowly keeps tabs on and follows their life to see if they're going somewhere and if they have purpose and if they're leveling up. And all of those other options are still subconsciously floating around. And at some time, there's a very high chance that she may be giving that some thought or that some attention or that some mental bandwidth. So because that's where she's putting her attention, she's going to be thinking about those options. So keep that in mind. How I internalized this was I just said, hey, it's not anyone's fault It's not my fault. It's not her fault. It's just Mother Nature. This is just the way it is. Since they're constantly optimizing for survival, how would you do that under perfect circumstances? You would make sure that you secure a variety of survival resources and survival protection from a variety of options, and that's what they do. And oftentimes what they do is they will covertly hide this through the cell phone to still give you some false preconceived notion of ideal love. But the problem with all of that is even if you are only seeing this at face value and you believe that there's true love there or whatever you want to call it, the problem is you have no idea what that other person is thinking. You never know what people are actually thinking, because what appears to be going on is oftentimes far different from the internal thoughts that that other person is having. So keep that in mind. What I can tell you is you need to just always expect that she will have backup options. You need to always just expect that there's a very high chance that that's going to go on. And yeah, enjoy your time with your companions or the dating interactions that you have as they come your way. And that's about all there is to it. Oftentimes, the deeper you get emotionally invested, the worse the outcome becomes.